mean to you just kind of coming into this season? I know obviously you were injured last year for basically all of it. Just how excited are you to be healthy and playing a big role in this team this year?
With the timing and everything, I just think it's a blessing for real. With us coming to this conference and me finally being healthy. I was pretty beat up about being not being able to play last season, but like I said, with the timing, it all works out for itself. So.
What were some of the mental challenges you faced not being able to play last season?
Some of the mental challenges was just not being out there, and we had a little losing streak there where I really felt like I could have impacted. And we were losing like a lot of games by like 1 to 2 points, so it just really hurt me to see that happening. But I sat back and evaluated a lot and learned a lot about myself from just watching the game.
CJ, how do you feel like this team is coming together with the 10 new transfers and having guys like you and DJ in place that already have the standard set and kind of playing under Coach Dawkins?
Coach Dawkins and all the coaches, they make it real easy for to see what the standards are. So just pretty much trusting the process and staying together, through the standards and making sure that our younger guys are doing the same kind of things. I could kind of see when somebody's going off track. Just pick them up and just keep positive vibes in the gym.
What stands out to you about this basketball team? Obviously, a lot of new faces. You Darius has been around though. What stands out? What do you like about this team, especially after going through these two scrimmages?
I just like how fast we gelled together. With 10 new guys, it's pretty hard to get everybody on track like how we've been doing. But I think some factors that helped us, like we had that Italy trip, I think that really helped us out a lot with learning each other and being on the court every day in practice, playing cohesive. I feel like is helping in our favor.
Coach Dawkins has described you as being one of the leaders of the team. Would you agree with that description?
Yeah, for sure. I've been here for 3 years. I'm the only one that's really been here that long. So, yeah, I'm definitely one of the leaders on the team.
What do you feel that you've learned about yourself and your game and your personality over this course of your college career?
Learning how to play slow for real. I think one of my problems was I was always so hasty on the court, and I played fast on defense, which was good, but on offense I played real fast too, and it resulted in a lot of mistakes. I feel like watching film and getting on my extra shots, I could really see how the game slows down for me and how that helps work in my advantage.
You said the team's developed some cohesion. Have you developed an identity, and if so, what do you think it's going to be?
Just playing hard every day, bringing it every day. Yeah, just staying positive. I feel like there's a lot of positivity in practice, and I feel like that's going to help us out a lot because we got a lot of new guys. So, yeah.
Can we expect to see some of the same bounce that you showed in the previous seasons?
More bounce. Now I'm healthy for real. I feel like I was playing a little hurt sometimes, so now I'm finally healthy as I could be. So my bounce is definitely back, if not better.
Talk a little bit about the upcoming game against FIU. What are you expecting from yourself and the team in that game?
Like I said, just playing hard. I feel like with the talent that we have, if we just don't forget to play hard, then it'll, work out in itself.
What are you seeing from Darius Johnson at point guard? How's he a different player than maybe he was his first couple of years?
Everybody when they first come to college they trying to figure it out. I feel like he's really been figuring it out and taking in what the coaches have been dishing out, and just not being too down on himself and not being too high on himself when he's up, not being too down on himself when he's low, and being that leveled guard that we need because, he's the head of the snake, so we need him to be the most level-headed on the team. And once he figured that out, he's just been going like this for.
Can you talk about the impact that the fans have on you as a player on the court and also just like coming into a conference that you can use that extra support?
Yeah, the environment here be wild. Even when we was in Big 12, the student section was always known to be, one of the littest student sections. And I've played against a lot of teams, and I don't really see their student section like ours. So I already know that they're really amped up for this Big 12 just as much as we are. So I'm really excited to see how amped up they really are and see it. Because I know that this is going to give me a lot of dunks. You know what I'm saying?
People on the outside really aren't giving UCF much of a chance in this first Big 12 season predicted last. I mean, you guys obviously see that. How do you take that? Is that bulletin board material?
Yeah, it definitely drives us every day. We talk about it every day as a team, but, the more political answer, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because, we got 10 new guys, and we don't really know nobody else knows what we have cooking in the practice gym. So I mean, you got to put us somewhere. You can put us in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We ain't do nothing yet, but definitely helps us, drive every day in practice. You know what I'm saying? Gives us that edge.
We knew about you and Darius. Obviously, you guys have played, but there's a lot of newcomers. Who are you excited to see on the court when they finally get out there next week, as far as the transfers and newcomers?
Shoot, the way practice is going, everybody can have a night for real. And I'm just super excited to see everybody and see what they got to bring to the table.
CJ, you talked about not being picked, obviously, or be picked to finish last. Does that kind of underdog mentality that maybe sneak up on some teams, maybe that your mentality is they don't know what you guys have, so we're going to show them, we're going to sneak up on some of these teams? And
Yeah, for sure. I feel like one of the biggest things is you can't really play nobody down to their level of competition. But I feel like you said, us being picked last, some guys may get popped. You know what I'm saying? Just coming and playing against us and not knowing we got cooking.
Do you feel like the success of an underdog team like FAU, you guys had a chance to kind of scrimmage against them, kind of see where you are? Did that kind of give you some success to kind of propel you based on your performance that you had?
Yeah, for sure. But we got to take that and not be too high just because we beat them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, we don't really even look at that win too much. We still got a whole season ahead of us.
Being a fifth, you've polished your game every offseason. What have you most polished this offseason?
Like I said, slowing my game down. I feel like going when I'm supposed to go, shooting when I'm supposed to shoot, not shooting sometimes when I'm not supposed to shoot, making that extra pass that's just going to make my teammate better. I feel like that really helped me out. And I think film helped me out, watching myself mess up a lot last year. I used to see it a lot, you know what I'm saying? So
You talked a little bit about the mental, when you were going through your injury and you were kind of on the sidelines. Was there anyone who said anything to you? Did you talk to anyone? What did you lean on? Faith, something like maybe to kind of get you through that difficult time of not being on the court?
My coaches, of course, they do a good job telling me, like, look, like, we're going to need you next year, so don't even let this year bother you too much because we already know you shutting it down. For a little bit, it was like a back and forth thing, but once I knew it was it, I just kind of put all my eggs into this year, and it made it easier for me. So listening to my coaches, and because like at the end of the day, they're the ones that know best.
What's your motto for this season for yourself?
My motto for this, I didn't come up with a motto for myself. I ain't gonna lie. I'd be lying to you if I said something.
All right, all good with CJ? Yep. All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Somebody got to get somebody.
Darius, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. So, what do you like about this team? You've had two scrimmages. You got another week until the season opener. You're just kind of practicing with these guys over the last month or two. What do you like about this team?
The team plays very hard. We're very together. No matter what, through the tough times, the ups and downs, the highs and the lows, we just always stay focused on the end goal.
Work ethic and cohesion have been kind of two words that have been used to describe what you guys are going to bring. From an on-court standpoint, what kind of identity do you think this team's going to look like?
Well, we definitely want to play hard for sure, and we also want to defend. I feel like if we defend and come out and do what our coaches ask of us, be the top defense in the country, everything else to take care of itself.
Speaking about defense, you averaged 2.2 steals a game last season. How do you expect your defensive capabilities to help this team win games?
I definitely want to be the face of the defense, starting off with my ball pressure, making the other defense feel me, feel my presence, making it tough for them to run their offensive sets, just making it difficult, being a dog on defense, being a gnat, really just bothering them, being a pest.
What are some challenges for you as the leader of this team, bringing in 10 new guys and trying to making sure everybody gels together so you can put on a good performance on the court?
It's bigger than me. I got to always look to the next person, to the person inside of me. If they're not doing well, you got to make sure, how can I fix that? Getting guys involved, getting guys in positions where they can score and be successful, making sure we all stay together and don't fight one another.
Over the past few weeks, coach has really been talking your game up, praising your game. What does it mean to have that kind of trust from your head coach?
I feel like it's great, knowing that the coaches put the trust in me. It just gives me more faith and confidence in myself. Coach believes in me, seen me put the work in since day one. So, going forth with that, I just had nothing but confidence.
It was reported you had, I think, 24 points against FIU the other night, or FAU. How is your offensive game evolving? How are you a better offensive player maybe this year than you were last year?
I really just I worked on my perimeter game a lot this summer. You know, it made it easy for me because I like to get my teammates involved. So once I get my teammates involved, everything else kind of just opens up for itself. My teammates also do a great job of getting me shots when I'm open, so I do my part knocking it down.
Talk a little bit about the FIU game coming up. Like, what are you expecting from that game?
Well, we're looking to play hard and definitely compete and come out with the win. Coach has been preaching defense for sure, so we're definitely hanging our hat there. We want to go out and compete every night, and we're just looking forward to going 1-0 each and every night.
Is it kind of nice just for like that date to like finally be coming up because the season's been hyped up so much and now it's like finally here. Like, what is that like?
It's definitely super exciting. The guys, we can't wait to get out there and compete. Once the official practice kind of start, stuff really starts getting moving. And once the game starts, then it really gets going faster. So we're just super excited to go out there and compete.
Jaylin Sellers, I know, is one of those players that's going to play a big role, one of the transfers. What do you like about him, and what are we going to see, from him?
Jalen's great. He's a huge competitor. Reminds me a little bit of myself. He works extremely hard. I would say he's definitely up there with working as hard as me. He's a gnat on defense as well. Very athletic, can shoot the cover off the ball. So I feel like he's going to be great for us.
What's his shooting ability like? Just as someone that can watch him. We'll ask him here in a minute, but is he shooting from anywhere, or like describe his offensive game?
Jalen's a three-level scorer. I mean, he can finish at the rim, nice mid-range, post-game, and he can shoot the three off the dribble and off the catch. So I feel like having him, he's going to be a huge offensive weapon for us.
What are some of the guys on the team that you've felt the most on-court chemistry with?
I would say a little more, probably CJ, that he's been here a little longer, and guys who can shoot the ball really well. So it's easy because I feel like I can get in the paint whenever I need to and be able to collapse the defense and kick out the guys who can shoot the ball.
All set?
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yep.
Jaylin, first of all, just kind of tell us, how you got to UCF. You're from, Columbus, Georgia?
Yes, sir.
Not too far away from here, so you got in the portal from Ball State. Like, what is it that you liked about UCF and this coaching staff that made you want to be a Knight?
I would say just the culture and how they approach me, with them communicating with me every day, and the enthusiasm that they have with me playing a big part on the team and coming right in and play, and how much that coach had faith in me before I even stepped on campus. But he said I would have to work for it, so I liked that.
How do you like everything so far being here the last week?
Everything been good. I gelled well with the guys, everyone on the team. Kind of just everything just flows. I love the culture of the school, so still just getting around.
Talk a little bit more about Coach Dawkins. Like, what's your relationship been like with him?
My relationship been good with him. Just going to his office anytime I need to watch film, whether if I need a word of encouragement. Also, just for him to help me with his game, because I try to take tips and things from his game with him being left-handed. So I just try to take tips from his game. Also, him playing in the league.
How excited are you about playing in front of the UCF crowd for the first time and just being able to play on like the biggest stage as college basketball been in the Big 12?
I'm excited to get out there with the guys and just show what we all about, and just going out there and just putting a stamp on how well I can play, and what I can contribute to my team and in this conference, being one of the best players in the conference.
How has been hanging around guys like CJ and DJ helped you elevate as a person and a player?
It helped me elevate as a person, most definitely. At first, I wasn't always the person that would just talk. DJ really brought that out of me. Also, CJ Walker with his personality as well. They helped me just work on with everything, just communicating on defense, whether it's communicating with one of my teammates, knowing different ways on how to communicate with them and how to pronounce certain things. So that helped me out a lot.
Darius said you're a three-level scorer. Kind of describe your game, your offensive game. Like, what do you think you do best out on the court?
If I were just to say something I do the best, I would probably say my pull-up. My pull-up would probably be the best. But I try to do it at all levels, whether it's a pull-up, a three, or getting to the basket or posting up. Wherever I can get it in there, I'm going to try.
Talk a little bit about the practices and scrimmages. How have they been for you, and have you formed chemistry with anyone on the team?
Yeah, most definitely formed chemistry with a couple players on the team. The most would probably be DJ, of course. We built a good relationship with me first coming out here with him, helping me with the transition, and also us working out together every day at 6 o'clock. So it just helped us a lot on court things, and knowing what my spots is, knowing where his spots is. So he helped me out a lot.
You mentioned culture earlier, and you like the way culture is. From a player standpoint, being a transfer, what is it about about the culture that you like, and how important is that from a player standpoint?
It's important. I know as far as the culture of the school and the team, as far as the team standpoint with them being a defensive team. So I just want to try to push, like trying to be the best defender I can be. As far as the school, with our games being sold out and things like that, I think that shows how much they really care about the basketball team and just the UCF brand. So.
Can you speak on some of the defensive strengths that you've been improving on?
The things that I've really been improving on is my off-ball defense. My own-ball defense was never really a problem for me, but it was always the off-ball defense, so that's what I've been focusing on the most.
Any specific things in off-ball defense, like reading of a pass or rolling around a screen?
It would be more of like sometimes like being the help side, opposite side of the ball, just being there to help my teammate out. It would probably be the most part that I'm trying to improve with.
How excited are you for the game next week?
I'm most definitely excited just to get out there and play with my guys, and actually show everybody that what we can do.
So you're left-handed. So do you view that as an asset and as a strength? Obviously, teams don't get the scouting report and don't recognize you are left-handed, but do you feel like that is a strength?
I most definitely think it's a strength because majority of everybody on the court gonna be right-handed, and it's easy for you to mess up on the assignment on the closeout or anything like that for me to get an easy drive left. That's what I was saying. I don't really think too many teams could stop a left-handed player. I think it's really tough because you would really have to stay focused to actually do that.
What are you anticipating from the FIU game?
I'm anticipating us to just come out there and play hard as we can and play every game like it's our last. So just come out there and show what we've been working on and try to perfect everything, whether it's on the defense end, offense end, whatever we can do.
All set?
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Jaylin. Good luck.
Appreciate it.